Donald Trump has paused American military aid to Ukraine just days after his row with Volodymyr Zelensky. US media is reporting the pause will last until the president believes Ukraine's president has shown a good faith commitment to peace. Trump suggested today that Zelensky may not be in power much longer, while the White House said he needed to express regret and accept the minerals deal to get peace talks back on track. Here's senior correspondent Lisette Raymer.
Back at the White House, fresh off a weekend of golf in Florida.
Hello, everybody.
And still, Trump felt the need to take yet another swing at President Zelensky.
You should be more appreciative because this country has stuck with them through thick and thin. We've given them much more than Europe.
The most powerful man in the world using his podium to issue thinly veiled threats.
He doesn't want to make a deal, and if somebody doesn't want to make a deal, I think that person won't be around very long. That person will not be listened to very long.
But the Ukrainian president is being listened to by Europe's leaders. And as he left their summit in the UK with a warning that a peace deal is still very, very far away, the US president was still listening too. And he didn't like what he heard. Taking to social media, Trump unleashed. This is the worst statement that could be made by Zelensky. He wrote, "America will not put up with it for much longer." Much longer turned out to be mere hours.
We have some breaking news.
The United States is pausing all U.S. military aid to Ukraine.
In a statement, the White House said the president has been clear that he is focused on peace. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution. The pause will reportedly apply to all military equipment not yet inside Ukraine, but it is not believed to be a permanent end to US assistance.
It's going to have an impact, and it's going to make Zelensky's job even more difficult.
When it comes to military, financial and humanitarian aid, the United States is by far the largest single donor to Ukraine. Although according to the Kiel Institute, Europe combined has spent more money than America.
New Zealand soon will face very difficult choices. Particularly, I think the Europeans will be looking to Australia, New Zealand, Scandinavia, Canada for support for the European effort to help Zelensky.
Ukraine's loyal allies are already rallying to do and give more.
We have to lead from the front, and therefore we need a coalition of the willing.
But New Zealand is not yet willing to commit to providing extra aid.
We're not starting at shadows at this point in time. We're going to wait and see what it all means. We'll make our decisions in the fullness of time.
Since their Oval Office clash,
You're running low on soldiers.
Zelensky has appeared to be on a peace-building mission with Trump.
Of course we understand the importance of America, and we are grateful for all the support we have received from the United States.
Clearly not grateful enough.
What we need to hear from President Zelensky is that he has regret for what happened, he's ready to sign this minerals deal, and that he's ready to engage in peace talks. I don't think that's too much to ask.
But when Russian drones continue to hammer Ukraine, it's hard to imagine he'll really regret fighting for lasting peace for his country.
OK, we're having a few technical difficulties with that story, but fortunately Lisette is with me now in the studio. Kia ora, Lisette. So this is really interesting. He's pausing military aid to Ukraine, but Trump has form in this area. He has done it before.
He has done it before, Sam, and just before we get to that, I'll touch on what Keir Starmer was saying then. He was saying that they're going to have to look to the world for support, and we actually put that to Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters today and asked him if New Zealand would look to step up our aid to Ukraine. He said it was too early to do such a thing. Zelensky really, since that row in the White House, has been doing his best to mend that relationship. The White House made it clear today that they needed to see from him that he showed some regret for how things played out in the White House in that now infamous row. When you talk about this not being the first time for Donald Trump, back 5 years ago, when the war had already started in the very far east of Ukraine, when the fighting was going on with Russia there, President Trump put pressure on Zelensky by withholding the aid at that time, and then it was an attempt to try and dig up some dirt, try and convince Zelensky to dig up some dirt on his then rival Joe Biden. Now, Zelensky didn't respond to that sort of threat at the time. It actually resulted in Donald Trump's very first impeachment. It was seen to be an abuse of power. And today, following this latest announcement, we've also seen that instant response from everyone in the US, obviously not so much the Republicans, but some outcry there as well, and definitely the Democrats. And what's significant and worth noting also with this development, it's been very suspicious or significant timing, because we're now 24 hours out from Donald Trump giving his first big address to Congress, where he'll be looking to really talk up his achievements.